Music City. This has been a really action-packed track over the last few races. Look forward to the same today here at Nashville Superspeedway.
Been the class in the field, make it official. He is best of show, Justin Allgaier. There is no stopping A.J. Allmendinger. Let's go! Wrecking down the front straightaway to the start-finish line. Big crash.
Hello everyone, I am BowserJrXD. Welcome to the Tennessee Lottery 250 at Nashville Superspeedway. Race 14 of 33 for the NASCAR Xfinity Series in 2025. Kicking off the second half of the regular season at one of the largest concrete ovals in the world, Nashville Superspeedway, 1.333 miles in length. The Xfinity Series heads to 7 tracks that are 1 mile to less than 1.5 miles. Nashville is the fourth. Well, the fourth race that they'll have on this type of track. Williams Wallace starts on pole. Can help salvage his cruddy season, which is looking farther and farther away from coming to fruition.
Wants to make sure everybody gets through turn one unscathed, but it's important for him to
that's the one thing I'm thinking of here.
As much as he can early on. If they can do that, he feels like after about
2 DNQs today. Glenn Reen in the 35 with a heroic performance in qualifying. But then Catherine Legg with the less heroic attempt in qualifying with a wiggle in 2. I think it was in turn 2. She did not make the race in the Jordan Anderson Racing car. 35 is also another full-time entry that missed it. The 35 of Joey Gase Motorsports.
Justin Allgaier is the concrete king for his success here. I asked him, what's the secret? Like any good race car driver, he said, I don't know. He did say, though, he'd like to translate the feel he has in the car to more than just on concrete. He's always a threat, but especially tonight. Time to go racing in the Music City, 250 miles up next.
And now, here to say the most famous words in motorsports. Please welcome Vice Chair Board of the Directors, Tennessee Education Lottery, John Crossland.
Drivers, start your engines.
Command is given. It's time to go over the starting lineup for today's race. Starting 38th, driving the number 45, Brunt Chevrolet for Alpha Prime Racing. 28 years old from Douglasville, Georgia, Mason Massey. Starting 37th, driving the number 14, T3 Vodka Chevrolet for SS Greenlight Racing. 29 years old from Leander, Texas, Logan Bearden. Starting 36th, driving the number 91, Treetop Chevrolet for for DGM Racing with Jesse Wuji Motorsports. 30 years old from Charlotte, North Carolina, Myatt Snyder. Starting 35th, driving the number 5. I'm stumbling all over myself. First National Bank Corporation Chevrolet for Our Motorsports. 30 years old from Wexford, Pennsylvania, Chris Wright. Starting 34th, driving the number 24, K9 Grass Toyota for Sam Hunt Racing. 35 years old from Mooresville, North Carolina, Jeffrey Earnhardt. Starting 33rd, driving the number 07, Doobie Chevrolet for SS Greenlight Racing. 28 years old from Chesapeake, Virginia, Nick Lights. Starting 32nd, driving the number 53, Flitz Polish Ford for Joey Gase Motorsports with Sean Austin. 20 years old from Palm Beach Garden, Florida, Mason Maggio. Starting 31st, driving the number 44, Mac Doors, Easy Lift Garage Door Chevrolet for Alpha Prime Racing. 34 years old from the Woodlands, Texas, Brennan Poole. Starting 30th, driving the number 70, Bayshore Mortgage Chevrolet for Cope Family Racing. 19 years old from Colts Neck, New Jersey, Thomas Annunziata. Starting 29th, driving the number 4, Dove Men Care Chevrolet for Alpha Prime Racing. 22 years old from Rhinelander, Wisconsin, Parker Retzloff. Starting 28th, driving the number 28, Shannon Specs Electric Ford for RSS Racing. 22 years old from Tucker, Georgia. No, 24 years old from Tucker, Georgia, Kyle Sieg. Starting 27th, driving the number 31 Werner Chevrolet for Jordan Anderson Racing. I keep losing my spot. 25 years old from Bakersfield, California, Blaine Perkins. Starting 26th, driving the number 11 Alloy Employer Services Chevrolet for Colleague Racing. 31 years old from Port Charlotte, Florida, Josh Williams. Starting 25th, driving the number 71 Tableau TV Rich Mar Florist Chevrolet for DGM Racing with Jesse Wuji Motorsports. Crap. I had erased the wrong name from my list. Now I gotta look it up. I know the town. 35 years old from Ashburn, Virginia, Ryan Ellis. Jeez. Starting 24th, driving the number 54, Operation 300 Toyota for Joe Gibbs Racing. 19 years old from, where is it? Damn it, Nip. 20 years old from Artesia, New Mexico, Taylor Gray. Starting 23rd, driving the number 42, Dude Wipe Chevrolet for Young's Motorsports. 26 years old from Richfield, Connecticut, Anthony Alfredo. Starting 22nd, driving the number 99, Syap Chevrolet for Viking Motorsports. 33 years old from Grass Valley, California, Matt DiBenedetto. Starting 21st, driving the number 17, HendrickCars.com Chevrolet for Hendrick Motorsports. 19 years old from Clovis, California, Corey Day. Starting 20th, driving the number 26, MCM Transportation Toyota for Sam Hunt Racing. 23 years old from Anaheim, California, Dean Thompson. Also, I realize how late we are to the rookies. Taylor Gray, the first of the 8, and Dean Thompson, the second of the 8. Starting 19th, driving the number 20, Race to Stop Suicide Chevrolet for Colleague Racing. 21 years old from DeLand, Florida, Daniel Dye, the third rookie in the field. Starting 18th, driving the number 51, All South Electric Chevrolet for Jeremy Clements Racing. 40 years old from Spartanburg, South Carolina, Jeremy Clements. Starting 17th, driving the number 25, Dex Imaging Ford for AM Racing. 24 years old from Huntersville, North Carolina, Harrison Burton. Starting 16th, driving the number 27, Hawkins Homes, Screaming Eagle Chevrolet for Jordan Anderson Racing. 32 years old from Halifax, Virginia, Jeb Burton. Starting 15th, driving the number 2, Titan Chevrolet for Richard Childress Racing. 20 years old from Menlo Park, California, Jesse Love. Starting 14th, driving the number 8, Pilot Chevrolet for Junior Motorsports. 20 years old from Johnston, Iowa, Sammy Smith. Starting 13th, driving the number 20, Menard's Charbroil Toyota for Joe Gibbs Racing. 28 years old from Atlanta, Georgia, Brandon Jones. Starting 12th, driving the number 16, Celsius Chevrolet for Colleague Racing. 24 years old from Middletown, New York, Christian Eckes. Starting 11th, driving the number 39, Syapps Ford for RSS Racing. 37 years old from Tucker, Georgia, Ryan Sieg. Now for the top 10. Starting 10th, driving the number 88, Blues Hog Chevrolet for Junior Motorsports. 18 years old from Mooresville, North Carolina, Connor Zillich, who is the 5th rookie, because I forgot to mention that Christian Eckes is the 4th. Starting 9th, driving the number 9, Acceptance Insurance Chevrolet for Junior Motorsports. 32 years old from Alva, Florida, Ross Chastain. Starting 8th, driving the number 19, Young Life Toyota for Joe Gibbs Racing. 41 years old from Tampa, Florida, Eric Almirola. Starting 7th, driving the number 48, Pickers Vodka Chevrolet for Big Machine Racing. 23 years old from Miami, Florida, Nick Sanchez, the 6th rookie in the field. Starting 6th, driving the number 1, Bass Pro Shops, Clarions Technology Chevrolet for Junior Motorsports. 22 years old from Mooresville, North Carolina, Carson Quapple, the 7th rookie in the field. Starting 5th, driving the number 00, Ollie's Bargain Outlet Ford for Haas Factory Team. 27 years old from Alpine, California, Sheldon Creed. Starting 4th, Driving the number 7 Hellman Chevrolet for Junior Motorsports, 38 years old from Riverton, Illinois, Justin Allgaier. Starting third, driving the number 41 Audible Ford for Haas Factory Team, 21 years old from Franklin, Wisconsin, Sam Mayer, the highest starting Ford. Starting outside pole, driving the number 21 Bennett Transportation Chevrolet for Richard Childress Racing, 31 years old from Winston, Georgia, Austin Hill in the highest starting Chevrolet. And on the pole, driving the number 18 Starkey Toyota for Joe Gibbs Racing, with a pole time of 30.86 seconds and an average speed of 155.152 miles per hour. 18 years old from Eden Prairie, Minnesota, it's the youngest driver in the field and the highest starting rookie in the highest starting Toyota, William Sawalich. That is your starting lineup for today's Tennessee Lottery 250. And it's just in time because we're about to go green. Come on. Get this tour. There we go.
A lot of the time here in this series, so I think I'll be watching that lane choice all race.
Austin Cindric, where'd he come from?
This place looks great. Beautiful Saturday night. Aerial coverage provided by the Lucas Oil helicopter. The classic rookie veteran matchup on the front row. Sawalich inside of Austin Hill. A driver going for his first
188 laps around the 1.333 mile concrete oval. Sawalich leads into the starting line. We're green at Nashville.
really solid start for Williams Sawalich here. Just don't underdrive or overdrive turn one. It's easy to do.
Good start, getting about a car length gap from second and third. The battle between Hill and Mayer. Hill to second. On the outside, as I said, Allgaier to third. And the Hellman Chevrolet.
Justin Allgaier making the outside work well at 3 and 4, but Sam Mayer might be able to get to his left rear. He doesn't. Justin's going to clear him. That's key to be able to focus on the front two. Early in this run, you're going to see this bottom lane be the preferred place to be, even in Xfinity practice that moved up and around, but with no rubber on the racetrack and as it continues to build, you're going to see guys move higher and higher up the racetrack into the night. You're always just chasing that rubber here. Like as it lays down, you're trying to get away from it, but you can only go so high, and then eventually you've got to make it work in the rubber. And that's what makes concrete racetracks so interesting. One, because the surface is lighter, so you can actually visibly see it better than what you can on asphalt tracks, but it picks up really, really easily. So I think as you see,
He's trying to get to that back bumper of the 18. I think might have a good run coming here on the inside as they head down the backstretch.
I think that's going to pay off. That discipline off of turn 2 is something that you're going to really want out of your race car. The Simply Safe Home Security onboard there. Austin Hill as he looks to the outside now, and you saw him dive down. That's how he drives this race.
He's sticking with it.
Super direct line to the bottom, and for some reason it works here. Williams going to have to not let that get to him as he uses a more conventional wide arc line. That's how Austin Hill drives this racetrack. Look at these drivers back behind him, just outside the top 15. 19, Eric Almirola, 9, Ross Chastain. Hard to imagine. We're not going to be talking about them a lot tonight. Sheldon Creed has slid a little bit at the beginning in the 0-0, and right behind him, Sanchez, who's been so hot lately. 3 wide.
That's Jesse Love, Brandon Jones, Sammy Smith. Brandon Jones, I think they're worried about Brandon Jones maybe because he looked like he bailed out of that one, falling behind those two cars to 15th position. And now we got Jeb Burton, I think, looking on his inside. And the 20 swings up.
Does have that short track feel when you can't get a pass done. It's really easy to be impatient as you see a battle for second here with Allgaier Hill. Two drivers that have combined this year to win 5 of our first.
Okay, hold on a minute. I'm just gonna.
You could chalk up 3 or 4 more, if not for late race issues from time to time for Allgaier, including last week. Can't complete the pass here. And that's the one thing I heard a lot of drivers talk about,
at this particular racetrack. You get up to someone, you feel like you've got a better race car just so hard, as we talk about it, to complete the pass.
And I think it takes discipline to get a pass done at this racetrack.
Yeah, well, that's not a good thing. It's so hard. Considering the fact, I mean, it looks like it should be easier to pass than it is, basically.
But the bottom is still the preferred lane this early in the run. And outside car has so much leverage and be able to take away the air on the right side of your race cars. Justin is going to peek to the inside. He gets a little air on that left front headlight. Can't quite get there to side draft the 21. Now what does he choose to do down into 3? Well, that decision as a race car driver is so important. You're all stopped up behind another.
And now Mayer is getting back into the battle for second place. Zilich getting 3 wide pinch. You got Jesse Love. He's passed multiple cars making 3 wide passes. First it was Sammy Smith and Brandon Jones. This time Connor Zilich and Christian Eckes. He's up to 11th. Last year in the Truck Series, Eckes led all 150 laps. I don't think, well, obviously that's not going to happen today, but could we see his third top 10 in 6 races? The last, including this one. Like the last 6 races, including this one.
Something that's really easy to get lulled into doing here. You want to work at just finding minute areas where you can get that left front headlight a little bit lower, even go to the outside and get your right front headlight out as he does that a little bit into turn 1. You're just trying to get air to the front of the car.
Mayer sweeping out of that inside.
For position. And so this is an extension of that battle we were watching with Austin Hill and Allgaier. That was Justin, you know, I guess trying the outside lane there in 1 and 2 didn't work, and Sam Mayer's trying to capitalize.
But so it's a little slippery. Mayer was not able to hold it in 3 and 4.
You can get lulled in here at times of being really in the zone as we look at the 7 here. Just Allgaier go a little high into 1 to try and roll the outside of the 21, and that's just lost the rear. And it seems minute.
So that pass was set up because Allgaier tried to pass Austin Hill and failed.
He saw an opportunity, right, to grab the right rear quarter panel, try and have that leverage, take control of the 21 car, but obviously that outside lane just still not quite ready to make lap time and have that entry speed that he was trying to get away with. Meanwhile, I think Williams done a pretty good job at opening up his lead in the 18 car. It looked like Austin Hill had a good short run, but he's been able to control the race so far as these guys battle for third. When Williams got the lead off turn 2 opening lap, I'm like, that's got to be a nice deep breath. And then Hill was there, and then now, as you said, Williams pulled away a little bit and breathing easier. Let's go down to Dillon.
Just a quick handling update on the 7 of Justin Allgaier. Came on the radio a bit ago and said, I'm too tight in the center, but think that might be dirty air. So you see him start to move around, try and do some self-medicating, and he's reeled the 21 back in. Thinks that just speaks to the confidence that he has in his race car. And we know he's really good here and certainly challenging out for that second spot once again.
Yeah, you see Austin Hill right at the front. He's trying to find different lines, and that tells me if I'm Justin Allgaier, Austin isn't 100% happy with his race car. That's a weakness if you're looking for.
I did change my interface a bit just so I could better show the top 20 drivers in the field. Oh, 53, Mason Maggio.
He's back up to speed. Mason Maggio driving at 53. No caution, stay green as he soldiers on. And I like what you bet there with if he's moving around in terms of Austin Hill, then he's probably searching, trying to find some speed. But he told me, and I know this just watching him race here, he likes to move up. Like he wants to make that work. And it's not the preferred lane. Like we're looking at Williams Walsh who's leading this. He's stuck to the bottom, but that 21, he wants to be outside, and I think he's found it right now. Coming out of the first turn, into the straightaway was key to get ahead of the curve and take the lead for rookie driver William Sawalich. 4 laps in his career led coming into tonight, but he's led them all so far this evening in Nashville.
Men, get ahead of your.
I've had enough Peyronie's disease commercials. Please. Here comes Allgaier to the outside of Austin Hill. Can he finally complete the pass as they head into 3 and 4? He got it. Now let's see if he can run down the young rookie. All right, let's see the battle of the two. One former Cup driver, one current Cup driver, Ross Chastain and Eric Almirola, 5th and 6th respectively. Allgaier's gotten his gap to Sawalich down to 1 second. We got Sheldon Creed trying to get to the inside of Nick Sanchez. The battle for the 8th position. Looking at Corey Day, he's now up to the 17th position. He's behind the battle between Brandon Jones and Sammy Smith, the driver who Jesse Love all left in the dust. Jesse Love, though, is still in the 11th position, which is where he was after he made the double 3-wide pass, or passes. One of the cars staring at Ryan Ellis. Last week, he got his first ever top 10 finish in the Xfinity Series after about 10 years of trying.
Awesome job by him last week. We were literally cheering him in the booth after the race was over because he got that top 10. And I know most people are like, what? If you knew what he put in to his career and how hard he works at it, that was a moment to celebrate.
And it's not just on track, it's off track, and it's based on sponsorship.
Corey Day passing Jones for 16th.
144 starts and now 1 top 10. That's serious written determination.
Corey Day, other end of the experience spectrum, only his 3rd start, driving the 17 for Hendrick Motorsports. High expectations when Cup drivers are behind the wheel. We saw William Byron awesome getting the win.
Byron won at Charlotte.
Corey Day, though, really has done a nice job at a track he has never seen before this weekend.
Right, he finished 5th in the truck race last night. Probably the most competitive stock car race I've seen him have since his limited starts. And
Looks like he's closing in on Sammy Smith.
He had a good run going there. I think he was a little disappointed with how qualifying went. Qualifying around 21st, but up about 5 spots right now. Moving forward in a place that's really tough to pass. And that experience, Austin, when you have a good run somewhere, even if it's in the trunk, you jump into another race car at that racetrack, it just sort of builds on it.
I think what makes me excited for him is as he sees put pressure on the full-time guy.
How would you analyze that?
He feels comfortable to race.
And Sammy Smith to the inside. He's by Sammy Smith.
He's going to have some consistency now. He's been jumping in and out of these cars, and now he finally gets a few races in a row. And I think that's going to be huge for him to kind of learn what he can push the boundaries on, where he's strong, where he's weak. As you see him heating up Sammy Smith here off of turn 4. Sammy gets a little loose, and he's right there to capitalize, gets that pass.
Yeah, a little bit of the bumper to the back of the 8.
Sammy made a veteran decision there. obviously you're more inclined to want to be right here. You go on by. I'm gonna work on my race car.
All right. So Wallich starting to enter lap traffic. He's going to try and lap the 45 of Mason Massey. Allgaier has not made much headway since he got within a second of Sawalich. And he's failed to do well and failed to win any of them this year. Nashville is his last truck start on a Superspeedway on an intermediate track or larger. So looking at, I'll sum up his starts. So far, Wallich has had 4 ARCA starts. He finished 2nd at Daytona, 9th at Talladega, 2nd at Kansas, and 4th at Charlotte. No wins compared to what he did last year. Then in 2025, then in the Truck Series, he's had 4 starts. 9th at Daytona, 30th at Atlanta, 22nd at Las Vegas, 24th at Nashville. His only ARCA starts left are Portland and Sonoma, which are road courses. His last truck start will be at Watkins Glen, which is also a road course. Now he's basically flying on the just by Xfinity start for the regular tracks, but this is a much better showing than he's ever had.
In the lingo there, when they talk about the wrap, that is discipline wrapping the line, and I think that's something Justin Allgaier has historically always been really, really good at. But it's that lower entry, it's like getting to that yellow line and staying there all the way to the corner. Because as you see, Parker, the track is a lot darker than where we started the race, and that rubber in those outside lanes
and also look different at night when get the sun, the moon. I can't even fucking talk. I don't know what's wrong with me. But changing track temperatures will also affect the track and the ambiance.
Powerful, majestic, recreational. At Progressive, we treat your outdoor vehicles like the noble creatures they are.
Mayor trying to see if he can pass Austin Hill.
Be sure they get the 24/7 protection they deserve. There you go. So they're always ready for your next adventure. Because that's just how we do it around here. Around these parts. Around them parts. It's just how we do it here. Baby back ribs. Where does it go? Nobody knows.
Okay, how did you do that?
It's magic.
Well, if he can magic it away, he can magic it back.
Well, I kind of can't do that.
I need to know where my rib is.
You know Harbor Freight for affordability, but durability goes right along with it. You see, we test, and then we test again. Now, it's time for you to put us to the test. Whatever you do it for less at Harbor Freight.
All right, Brendan Poole and Blaine Perkins battling it out somewhere within the back half. Hold on. I made a separate tab just to look at it. Look at the back of the pack. 29th and 30th. So in addition to Mason Massey, Mason Maggio has gone a lap down in 37th.
Here's a place no map will show you. It's the secret spot. A high-performance hideout for cars that crave chaos. Heat brakes? Check. Roll cage? Check. A spoiler so big it doubles as a pigment tape? Oh, you bet. Every apex we nail, every second we shave, it's all knowledge that goes right back into your ride. Look like fun? It is. You in?
Vehicle breakdowns are costly.
No, none of that.
laps to go, stage 1, NASCAR Xfinity Series at Nashville. We talked a lot about 1-2, Sawallick and Allgaier. Go to the battle for third. Austin Hill there in the 21. 41 is Sam Mayer.
And Austin Hill started on the front row, as we know, and it's sort of fallen back a little bit here. Last week at Charlotte, similar situation, qualified really well, but took a hard push to the back early on. He said, you know, we were just way off after the cup rubber had been laid down. It's going to throw this team for a loop at times. They haven't been able to figure out how the tracks are changing when you guys in the Cup Series go out there and lay all that rubber down. That's a little bit different than these tires. He's the highest of anyone on the racetrack right now. We know he wants to do that.
Oh, we got a spin. Parker Retzloff and Kyle Sieg. First, yeah, that's the first caution. That rear pretty damaged. When I say rear, I mean the back of the car.
It's one end or the other with them. No in between. And sometimes it's a crash, sometimes it's a mechanical.
Yep.
But when they keep everything between the lines, they are players. Here's what happened.
Kyle Sieg's on the inside here. Is he going to get loose? Yep. That's Nashville.
Yeah, it's just classic racing these cars, right? I mean, they're both close to each other's doors and old tires right at the end of the stint. Yeah, it's a tough break, especially for Parker there and getting his car torn up. Doesn't look like Kyle got too much damage at all. I can tell you what this is going to do. It's going to make an interesting decision depending on how long this caution lasts for what you do for the stage.
Right. Yeah, you want to maybe flip the stage here and come down pit road and not take the stage points. For some of these teams, they might decide to do that. Get the track position after the stage.
Track position is king.
It's interesting that whenever it's the car that causes the wreck, like Kyle Sieg, he didn't get any damage. Poor Parker Retzloff destroyed there on the outside wall.
Here's 28 radio.
And that's a defense mechanism for Parker Retzloff. When someone gets to the inside of you, you kind of get real close to the right side. That takes the air off the right side, and you take that risk doing that. Of hopefully they hold on to it, but they get loose enough they can't put the throttle down. That gives you momentum on the exit of the corner. What Kyle's upset about is thinking.
Now trying to tape down the hood on the 4 as well.
Right on your door like that.
Well, it makes this type of racing so challenging. It is social, in my opinion. Like your interpretation of what right and wrong is. You know, you got a car tied on your outside. He's trying to defend his position. Okay, you're the one that initiated the pass, and you got loose.
Yep.
But you know the other car has some responsibility there too, and guys like us sitting up here from a bird's eye view can just say, that's racing. But
yeah,
that's something I think those two would want to talk about another day. Like, hey, you know, we get in this situation again. Was that worth it? You know, was that situation worth it where we were running, and could we both have done that?
Two sides to the story.
Pit road is open, and there's probably going to be two sides to this story as well.
All right, here they come. Oh, we got, no, those are lap cars. The 4 cars that were a lap down stayed out because it's what cars that go a lap down do. Parker Retz, Mason Maggio, Chris Wright, Logan Bearded, Nick Lights. Austin Hill beats Sawallick off pit road. Hill, Sawallick, Allgaier, Creed, Mayer, Sanchez, Quapple, Almirola, Love, Day.
Great stop for Creed. A few drivers stayed out. Daniel Dye, Brandon Jones, and Jed Burton among them. We'll reset the running order when we come back. Short run in stage 1 when we come back after the break.
What the heck happened there? Oh. Tomorrow, yeah, 12:30 p.m., the IndyCar race at Detroit, my least favorite street circuit they run at. Why is that the race out there, IndyCar? After the 500. Make it the Milwaukee Mile. That was what tradition was. Even in the kart days, in the split, Milwaukee was the week after Indy. It just makes sense. I don't know why. It just maybe just going from the biggest speedway to the longest tenured track. Anyway, I'll be right back.
How did you do that?
Pass me when your honey must is in.
Those are dads. All right. I think we've had enough magic at the dinner table.
Graduates, today you enter the real world, ready for whatever lies ahead, except for the following, which you're likely to find exceedingly difficult. Going to a 9-to-5 job, doing your taxes, putting on a duvet cover, taking off a duvet cover, realizing you're never going to go to the gym. This guy knows what I'm talking about. In summary, life is hard, but saving money by bundling your home and auto with Progressive is easy. Oh yeah, deciding what's for dinner every night for the rest of your life.
All right, I'm back. And now we're just waiting because we're under commercial. Oh, of course they barely got to the restart. So it looks like we have 4 cars staying out. Clements, DiBenedetto, Jeremy Clements, Matt DiBenedetto, Daniel Dye, and Brandon Jones. That being said, because it's so hard to pass, oh, we got a car jumping out of shape. That's Ross Chastain. Wait, what happened to Sawalich? He's back in 17th. Here comes Allgaier around the outside, trying to get to the lead ahead of Clements.
And also to gain control of the race. Stage opportunity here for Allgaier. Major power move. The first car on new tires drives by all these cars on the old tires. Had pitted, was on the 4th row, and still going to most likely win this stage. So good here years ago when he went to victory lane. Been a great track for him. 10 starts, half of them resulted in top 5 finishes. And number 7, back where he feels he belongs, out front. A lap and a half to go, stage 1 at Nashville. And for Austin Hill, he's going to want to try and get by. In front of him.
That's a big lead. So no one's able to get to the back of even the 99, back in the 3rd position. Coming to the last lap of stage number 1.
The strength of cars they got behind him with Austin Hill, I think this is going to be a huge payout if you want to go in the stage.
Big Austin Hill going way high. Caution. Oh, we got a car around. It's Corey Day. Damn it. Well, we got time. Someone got into him a bit. And Allgaier, Justin Allgaier wins stage number 1. Wait, why is my leaderboard updating? Jeez. All right. Allgaier wins the stage. Clemens second. DiBenedetto third. Austin Hill fourth. Daniel Dye fifth. Sheldon Creed sixth. Sam Mayer in seventh. Brennan Jones in eighth. Carson Quapple ninth. Connor Zilich in 10th. MRN is much better than CW or me. I can't compete with Mike Bagley, Dave Moody, and the other people on the call. Anyway, top 10, not winners.
Serious side effects include increased ketones in blood or urine, which can be fatal. Stop Jardiance and call your doctor right away if you have nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, tiredness, trouble breathing, or increased ketones. Jardiance may cause dehydration. They can suddenly worsen kidney function and make you feel dizzy, lightheaded, or weak upon standing. Genital yeast infections in men and women, urinary tract infections, low blood sugar, or a rare life-threatening bacterial infection between and around the anus and genitals can occur. Call your doctor right away if you have fever or feel weak or tired, and pain, tenderness, swelling, or redness in the genital area. Don't use if allergic to Jardiance. Stop use if you have a serious allergic reaction. Call your doctor.
This Jardiance commercial looks even more generic than the ones that have come before it.
For lower limb loss. Call your doctor right away if you have new pain or tenderness, sores, ulcers, or infection in your legs or feet.
Also, the singing has gotten worse since the first one. But I digress, because of course people did not come here to listen to me dissect a Jardiance commercial. One of my friends saying, make sense Corey Day Rex is a turn in the night. All right, we're back.
Complete NASCAR Xfinity Series here at Nashville for stage 1 of the year for Justin Allgaier. Let's get a report on the 39 of Ryan Sieg. Bill.
And we saw them basically coast into their pit stall one. And the simplest explanation was that they ran out of fuel. Car was not running. They had to come in and fuel it back up. And I spoke with Matt Noyce just quickly, the crew chief. He said, it's on us. We just made a mistake. So no major issue. They got the car packed back full of fuel, refired it back up, and Ryan just has some track position to make up now.
Didn't fill it before the race, so let's talk about how that's happened. So it's a new rule basically that's coming to this season for the Xfinity Series where you don't have to refill the car before qualifying, which means after you run all those laps in practice, the car is lighter, you adjust that. You can then refuel it after qualifying. It sounds like they did a very lucky timed caution. Down to Progressive Pit Road. Here's Kim.
Brandon Jones at the top there in that bright yellow Menard sweater. Remember, he stayed out during the caution. First stop in the night for them. He said, I need more grip. There's actually no rear grip. I can't exit the corner how I want, so they will look for a little rear stability on that race car, Dylan.
Clements in the 51 car is going to have a little bit longer stop here.
All right, let's see. So the cars that either didn't pit last time, or the cars that maybe just want to come back down again. Going. Let's see, Nick Sanchez among them. Ryan Sieg. I think it's Jeffrey Earnhardt I see. So maybe some of the lap cars. Blaine Perkins.
The bad news is now you come down and you pay the price. You get your tires, top off with fuel, and you lose the track position.
All right, well, still going back to commercial because we're still under caution. And we wait again. Dun, 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 dun. I never watched King of the Hill because I saw snippets when I was a kid, but I was so confused why it was on because it was on Noggin. I think it was Cartoon Network. No, it was definitely Noggin after hours. It was Adult Swim, so I was so confused when I saw that was on. That or the George Lopez show, because there was a time where the kids program would just switch off. Anyway, I digress again. You know, back in 2006 or 2007, when I was a wee old lad, I got part of that name stuck in my mind. Just waiting for them to come back, Steele. All right, we're back.
On thousands of top brands, GovX savings for those who serve. And now we do our Golden Moment, brought to you by Golden Corral. Restarting on the fourth row. Justin Allgaier said, I got tires and I'm coming through. 7 driving right to the front.
Got a little bump there from Sheldon Creed that propelled him forward out of 2 and basically never looked back. Got control of this race, and I think that is a problem for all our other competitors that the 7 has gotten to the lead of this race. He looked like the best on the long run in practice. He looked good on the short run, Austin. He's overall just fast.
Yeah, but just know down concrete, how you gonna bet against this guy? And that's gonna make this restart very important. Try and get control back from this guy. And, you know, you've had a chance to make adjustments in your car. This is the first time Xfinity Series have been here at night in quite some time, and these guys have been able to put a few wrenches in the window and make some adjustments, and before those guys are able to keep up with the 7 car.
Swallow lost a lot of track position here in that cycle of stops and strategy.
Here we go again. Green, green, green at Nashville.
Echo Park restart zone. Allgaier up there with Hill on the front row.
Someone's already right at the start. Someone was trying to move to the outside. They head into turn 1 and 2. Allgaier to the lead.
Justin Allgaier, Justin Bolt to the lead.
Hill to second. Teammates were there for third. Creed the 00, 41 Sam Mayer. And hey, let's give a pop. Number 1, Carson Waffle, rookie driver, having a good night.
He came in here after running here last year. Felt like it was one of his worst races in Xfinity, one of the toughest tracks. Worked really hard at it and a solid qualifying. And now finding himself in the top 5. Great run for Carson Waffle.
Hey, but you talk about racing on concrete. I go back to last spring when he was so good at Dover. Felt like he could have won the race. I know 2 totally different places, but if you're going to make
Josh Williams entered the top 10 for the first time today, making it a 3-wide move. I think that's with Christian Eckes and Williams to Wallach. Currently in 4th, trying to ride the outside, or 5th, 6th, ride the outside to try and get around Sam Mayer. He didn't get it. Zilich is also in that 3-car battle for 5th. Make that a 4-car battle. Sammy Smith coming up. Around the roll, around the outside, gets Sam Mayer. Zilich gets Mayer on the inside. And Sammy Smith makes it 3 cars in the span of a straightaway and a turn to pass Sam Mayer. Ooh! Mayer hits the wall. And then a little bit of contact there with Sammy Smith. Mayer, it's like coming back at it like it ain't no thing.
made their way forward in that 54 car. I expect them to continue to do the same.
And for those that don't watch every week in the NASCAR Xfinity Series, composite bodies, you can get away with a shot like that. We see it week after week. And usually one of the first cars to hit the wall is Sam Mayer. Somehow he makes it work. He squeezes Sammy Smith right there down into 3.
Josh Williams got a fast hot rod, pulls it right to the inside.
Top 10 run during the break, and he was top 10 last week. In fact, he's been top 10 2 of the last.
See if he can get. He's gonna get. Looks like he'll get Sammy Smith. Can he get Mayer? Yes, he will. He's up to 8th place. No, he's up to 7th position. And Ross Chastain enters the top 10 with Taylor Gray hot on his heels.
Take advantage as you see Sam Mayer's contact with the outside wall here on the left side of the screen.
It's just running out of race.
That's fine. But bottom right there, Chastain goes all the way to the top. So trying to take advantage of that. He's already recovered from that bad restart to end stage 1. And he's got a decision to make. The 41, I think for Ross, it's a foregone conclusion now. How do I get a run on the 8 as you see Sam Mayer trying to fight back?
If you're in Sam Mayer's position, and you're falling back like this, I know it's frustrating, right? But you've got to sort of center yourself and start to just focus on the task at hand. You've lost a ton of positions. How do you just stop the bleed?
Well, I think as a crew chief, I'm sitting there going, what happened? Yeah. Like, what do we do? Did we make adjustments?
Ross is clear for 9th on Mayer.
for the 41 car. Let's get a report from Dylan.
Battle for 11th as Christian Eckes passes Taylor Gray. Harrison Burton closing in on it, too. Caution. And Blaine Perkins spins through the front, through the infield. I'm having a lot of trouble with words today.
Blaine Perkins going for a ride. Third caution of the night as he hits the grass here in the ball field. Deep in the infield here. Let's see how he ended up all the way in there. It's not as far into the middle as it could be. He brought some debris with him as he came back up to the pit lane. Looks like all his tires are up. Not much damage. Keep his exit off of turn 4. Kind of looks like here. So we're off of 4. Outside. Nunziata on the inside. Oh, just gets left rear. That's how he ended up down there. Yeah, Blaine's probably not going to be super thrilled with that, but I think with the 70 car, he's just trying the best he can to carry the speed off on the bottom. He already doesn't have the momentum. He's probably already lost the spot. Yeah, just lost the nose a bit on the exit. Probably not intentional, just unfortunate for 31. Early caution, stage 2. Allgaier, the race leader. Hill, Creed, Waffle, Almirola, the top 5. 31.
Still not back yet.
The Lucas Oil Helicopter. You're watching round 14 for the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Second half of the regular season begins tonight. Parker Kligerman is in the booth. Austin Cindric, our special guest. I'm Adam Alexander. Ken Dillon hanging out down there with Carla on the pit lane. Fun stuff tonight as we feature Ryan Ellis. It's our Race Fit Health Report brought to you by Breastreed.
5 days per week, weight training, hit sauna, bike workout. He doesn't only just work off track.
So this is Ryan Ellis, 5'9", 160 pounds. Diet, protein and carbs, so chicken and rice, chicken and pasta, taking potatoes. 5 days per week weight training, high intensity interval training, sauna, bike workout 2 days, ice hockey once a week. That's interesting, ice hockey. Not necessarily the exercise of champions, but hey, that's pretty. I think it's pretty cool.
Cars in this series, you don't quite know what's going to happen with your car and the balance, but Team Austin Hill gets as good of a jump as he did last time. He might have an even better shot with this being older tires. The Echo Park Automotive restart zone awaits. Allgaier and Hill as we
Here we go again. We're green. All right, Allgaier. Can he hold on to the lead, or Austin Hill take it away from him? He holds on. He's holding on to his spots, though, I think. It's almost 4 wide there. Taylor Gray up to 7th position. Chastain trying to get to, he's in the 9th place. Bounces off the 8 car to get to 8th place.
Nobody. That was an awesome move. Just the whole sequence there from off turn 4 to get to the back bumper of Sammy, pushing him, using him, then sidetracking and getting the pass completed.
5 junior motorsport Chevys in the race tonight. They're all in the top 10. Mayer and Smith can't get away from each other. This is just like the last restart. They're just dogging each other for the spot.
Made for good stuff. Mayer holding on ahead of Smith, the 2 Sams.
Trying to get a run on the 8 car running up high, almost probably too high as you hear him back out of the gas. And I think this is the point in the race where the drivers don't quite know where the track is anymore. We've had a few refires, we've had a few cycles, and numbers got pulled up. As you see, Eric Almirola really laying the air pack here to the 88 car. Guys are trying to figure out what lane they want to run now. Some guys trying high, trying low, but
this is the battle for 4th place we're talking about. The hotshot rookie Connor Zilic versus the more experienced, the winning Eric Almirola. And Chastain is caught up to this pack of cars. He's in the 7th position. Goes to the inside of Quapple, his teammate. He gets it.
It's bad news for these guys, and if he's able to get close to Allgaier, he's opened up a big lead. It could be a good little show. Number 9 plus 4 since the restart, paying off statistically what you're talking about, and he's got more right in front of him. Eric Almirola is there. You got Connor Zilic. Engine number 9 playing quite nicely tonight as he moves around. He's got a great handling race car, Kim.
Actually, the handling not great. The speed is good on that car, but Ross came on and said, we went from too tight to too loose. He said, in fact, so loose, I'm learning how to drive it this loose because it's been a while since I've had a car this free. They'll look to add wedge the next stop. Maybe just not keeping up with the migration of the racetrack, because earlier in practice, they were so happy they were able to...
Now he's got a good run and on the 88 and the 19. Talking about Chastain, he was like swooping way low. Then he goes high. He's got another run down the backstretch. Where will he go? And of course they freaking cut away from it. Going through the field, I guess.
And then Taylor had a couple good moves on the restart as well to morning in practice, actually a lot tight. Spoke with Jason Ratcliffe, and he said, I want to emphasize being good on the bottom. That's what we did in practice, and if we're good down there, I think we'll be able to move around and shouldn't have any issues. So whatever they've done on the 54, it's at least worked for now, and Gray's been on the move, Carla.
Yeah, not a driver that sounds like they've learned more in the first half of the season than Sammy Smith. You think about him getting DQ'd at Charlotte last week after finishing 5th, but he's still in a great mental state today. You even go back to his DQ, or him capitalizing on a DQ at Rockingham and then penalized at Martinsville. He said the Martinsville situation might have been the best thing that ever happened to him. He's also been mentored by former NASCAR driver and Hall of Famer Carl Edwards. He's kind of helped with his off-track mentality this season.
I mean, Iowa, Missouri, close enough.
Well, that's never bad to have a Hall of Famer give you some good advice. And I agree with, the sentiment there around what happened with Sammy at Martinsville and how he sort of changed his outlook and how it's made him probably have to look at things from a higher level than he has in the past as he gets real tight here. Daniel Dye on his rear bumper right now. Not going to be happy about that.
Daniel Dye on Sammy Smith. That's for the 11th position.
They play the strategy, you get those stage points, and it's working out well because now there's so many times you give it up, you can't get it back after you get the points. He's doing it, driving back up through there, and much needed, as I said, a DNF last week at Charlotte. They needed to come back. Right, and after, he had the lead there, but lost it down there at turn 1 when they stayed out during that caution towards the end of stage 1. And he sort of lost the front end, went up the racetrack, but recovered nicely and stayed there in the top 10. So that was pretty impressive to see. I think he would love to have that restart back to be able to do it again. Because I think he has the speed in that race car that had he stayed out there, he possibly could have won that stage. Well, because you think about Clements and DiBenedetto were up there, and they did finish in the top 3. He fell back right around 5th there at the end of the stage. For 3rd, Eric Almirola, 19-21 Austin Hill.
Almirola going to the 3rd position now.
As Almirola completes the pass, I'm glad.
Next guy is 2 seconds ahead. Sheldon Creed.
That the car's not handling well. I hate it for the competition because he is just cutting through there. And Kim said he's got speed, just not the handle. If they find that in this final stage, 9 will be really dangerous. And Austin, we were on board with Chastain. You could see him working the outside and making it work on the exit. That's so tough to do here as you go on board with Austin Hill, who is running the outside, but he doesn't get that momentum on the top side that you see on the exit of the corners, whereas the 9 seems to, every time we go on board with him, he closes on the cars in front on the exit of the corner. Well, he's to the edge of that dark groove that's been rubbered in, and he's been almost single-handedly pushing that up. I feel like some guys kind of run up, but he's been to the absolute tip top of it, and you have to be so disciplined to not jump that extra little bit and look for that line. But it seems like he's stabilized a little bit. Really interesting to hear as you see him get loose. Really interesting to hear the report there about him not being super happy with the handling of the race car. And I think some of that it can come down to track conditions. Some of that can come down to not being in this car really much before, but he's still making it work when he's been uncomfortable. And as we're on board there, Adam, you can hear him pedaling it when he had to go to the bottom because I think Zilich got the message probably from his spotter that the 9 was using the outside so effectively as well as the 21. So Ross Chastain's had to change his line and go lower. That car is really loose when he's lower. He needs almost that fresh concrete on the outside. You were talking about pushing that groove all the way up to just get some grip in that right rear tire. The bottom is not working for him. When we're talking about these guys trying to make lap time up top, Allgaier and Creed.
Allgaier is 2.5 seconds ahead. 2.7 or so. Close to 9/10 of a second ahead.
Sometimes in what lane to run when you're hearing information about different things and you're feeling different things, but then the guy who's winning the race right now is running the bottom. So in this situation, you got a great battle here. You have to just go where the other cars aren't and make it work, right?
This will have 80 laps complete, about 14 short of halfway.
Because just the knowledge that he continues to gain at his first start here. Austin Hill continues to fight this race car. It just seems like as you get to the mid portion of the run, something goes amiss inside that car to what he wants it to be doing because he just starts to fall back. He's constantly on defense, corner after corner, just can't seem to find the handle and be able to move forward, generate positive momentum. Thankfully, he keeps starting with a lot of track position. Yeah, short run and pit stops, man. Yeah. They pay off big time.
Jesse loves Sammy Smith. That's the battle for 11th. The 8 having fallen off a bit. Currently outside of the playoff points for the stages. And Harrison Burton and Josh Williams are right behind both of them. A 4-car battle for the 12th position. So 14th and 15th, excuse me.
You know, Harrison Burton in the 25, 13th, they need a good run. Came in just above the cut line, and he's trying to capitalize with another top 15.
I was hanging out with Jesse Love in his hauler earlier today, and his crew chief, Danny Stockman, after qualifying, who was quite quiet in terms of Danny because wasn't too impressed with their qualifying effort around 15th, and Jesse didn't quite know what went wrong there. He was a little upset with himself as well, but he felt like at least with what they were looking at, they were pretty good on the long run. I think we've seen that where he's been able to make passes, though, and a car that can make passes here at Nashville usually means a fast race car. As we look at the 10 of Daniel Dye. Hello, that's one way to make a pass.
We talk so much about this rookie class, and Dye is one that has been incredibly consistent versus some of the others, and it's showing again tonight in position to get a stage point or two again as we head toward the end of our second stint of the race.
Nothing can make you more frustrated than...
All right, pretty clean, all things considered, besides that one spin. Or wreck. That's the start, if I recall.
Here at Nashville.
Well, that's the short track piece.
Yeah, that's the short track part.
Yeah, that's where it starts to feel more like a short track, and it's something you don't see very often. That's for sure. But obviously, no harm, no foul.
Not anywhere you're doing 125 miles an hour in the middle of the corner.
Williams and Burton battling. That's for the 13th spot, currently owned by Burton.
But he's trying to make a comeback here, racing for position. That's 13th on the line, he and Harrison Burton. And you look at College overall tonight, I'd say 3 in the top 15 with 2 rookies when you consider some of the challenges they faced this year. He'll take it as we head toward the end of stage 2. Very much in the game for the final run of the night.
And they need it. They desperately need it, especially that 16 car. You know, last week just getting a 9th with no stage points, but still having some positive movement.
It's been a very out there stage. Justin Allgaier has a 3-second gap to second place.
So much enthusiasm behind them. What Christian's been able to do in the Truck Series last couple of years, what the 16 car has done with AJ Allmendinger and Alex Yance, who's the crew chief, who's done such great things with AJ. I think a lot of people looked at this, including myself, as someone who was going to be, you know, right at the front immediately, and they just had such a tough start to the season, Kim, but they're finally looking like they might be turning around.
Yeah, and Christian has been great.
4 to go in the stage. Eckes currently 9th.
When I checked in with crew chief Alex Johnson, it was interesting. I kind of asked him to reflect on the first half of the regular season versus where they are now. And he said, the biggest thing I'm trying to instill in Christian is we need to start having fun. He said, I told Christian, you have a job. You don't need to worry about what's next. Right now, you need to make sure you're enjoying yourself because if you're not, that can start snowballing.
Once they get the green checkered flag, it will be the halfway. No, we're way past halfway. It'll be about 2/3 done at the race. Wait, no, that's not right either. Wow. The halfway. Damn.
He reminds him of me, right? Just as hard as he works, and it's awesome to hear that, but at the same time, you can absolutely get lost in the game, and this is about having fun. We get to do some pretty incredible stuff, and driving race cars for a living is about as good as it gets, and it's good to see hard work, and you'll start to slowly pay off for this guy.
It's weird when it gets too serious sometimes, right? You have to have that check with yourself. Wait a second. I get to drive race cars for a living.
Here's how dedicated he is, though. Alex Johnson actually gave him a key to the shop. I mean, that's not normal, right? So, 2 to go on the stage. Allgaier leading by 3.2 seconds over Creed. Creed's really doing a good job of collecting much-needed points.
Yeah, Creed is, I think, 10th in the points.
They'll continue to fight for 6th.
Right, that's really big for Sheldon Creed with Star Zero team. You know, last week they were put in an awkward position where they had to make an unscheduled stop.
Why did they go on the stage?
Had they not gotten that and had a bad finish, they were looking at being outside of the playoffs.
Here's Allgaier looking to lap Blaine Perkins again. Blaine Perkins currently running in the 37th position.
Blaine Perkins trying to stay on the lead lap as we finish stage 2.
All right, here comes the number 7 Hellman Chevrolet to the line. Out of turn number 4. Why this angle? Okay. Justin Allgaier wins stage 2. Second is Sheldon Creed. Third is Eric Almirola. Fourth is Connor Zillich. Fifth is Ross Chastain. Sixth is Sam Mayer. Seventh is Austin Hill. Eighth, Carson Kvapil. Ninth, Christian Eckes. And 10th is Daniel Dye.
And a good finish coming. We're live in Nashville on a Saturday night. It's the Xfinity Series
Closed captioning for today's race is brought to you by Tableau TV. Pay once, watch forever. Race fans, don't miss a single lap. Catch the races for free with Tableau. Plus, pause and record all the action.
At Ace, however you grill, we've got the perfect one for you. Because only your local Ace has all the best brands in one place, like Weber, Big Green Egg, Traeger, and Blackstone. That sounds pretty perfect.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks. Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like getting Bateman when you need the protection of Batman.
Easy, Bate won't be a lot too fast, baby.
And your last words. Just one. So long, dermatologist.
That's why you need the real deal.
Go home, Bateman. Do a podcast or something. That's hurtful.
So don't settle for just any insurance when there's State Farm.
Hey, Dad, check this out. Baby back ribs.
Alrighty. Well, we have still the second half of the race to go. Certainly is as hard to pass as it was in the first stage, even with the track changing. Looking at the back half of the pack, Corey Day, after his wreck, is in 25th. Only car out of the race right now is Parker Retzloff due to his wreck. Now, this pit stop will probably be crucial considering how hard it is to pass. There will be a green flag pit stop in the last stage, though. All right. Okay, come on. All right. Pit stop's about to happen.
The batter is being mixed in the Justin Allgaier domination cake right now. I said before the break just finished coming. The what? I'm rooting for it, but he's got all kinds of phrases over there. Progressive pit road is open. Here they are, Kim.
We'll watch them come down pit road, starting with Eric Almirola at the top of your screen. He said, I still need a little more turn. It's still loaded up, slight air pressure adjustment on those fresh good new tires. 00 Sheldon Creed hitting the box right there. He said, free entry, tight center to fire off. But the longer I go, the more secure I get on entry. But that tight center builds really badly. Air pressure adjustment on that 00 zone.
All right, let's see who comes out of this one.
Continue to free him up. Just a small track bar and small air pressure adjustment on the 7. Chassis adjustment as well on the 88 at Connor Zillage. He reported that he was edging in and tight in the center, but better than they were.
All right, Creed wins the race off pit road. Allgaier, Zillage, Mayer, Almirola, Hill, Quapple, Gray, Dye, Love I do. Why is there? Why is there? The singer sounds better, but I don't like the fact that they mess with the melody. Oh, anyway, why am I talking about a Jardines commercial again? God damn it. All right, still waiting to come back from commercial.
Here's Kim.
Yeah, and you guys talked at the top of the broadcast about the roughness and three and more specifically the bump. Here's what Sheldon Creed noticed during that last run.
Left side will be all line and just kind of let the thing roll around there. He can like get to the gas before the bump off the line, and it doesn't make him tight. Where when I try to run the bottom, I get tight with that bump, so I have to like come across it as an angle, like probably what you see.
So that he was mentioning, that was Justin Allgaier. He watched what Justin did. So for our drivers, Parker and Austin, how do you defend that when you've noticed what Justin does and what he's able to do versus what you can do?
Well, that bump's big enough that you have to change how you drive the corner purely for the size and what that does to the balance of your race car. And what Sheldon's seeing is that Allgaier can do things over that bump because it affects his car differently. So I think it's good to observe that, but sometimes you have to separate what you can and can't do in your car. Ready for the final step?
All right, the second half of the race.
Justin Allgaier. Here they are in the Echo Park Automotive Restart Zone.
Here we go, 90 laps to go here at Nashville. Oh, we got a wreck. A lot of cars. Brandon Jones, Anthony Alfredo, Ryan Ellis, Kyle Sieg for the second time, Josh Williams. We got a green car heading to the grass. I think I saw steam. The hood of Christian Eckes. The whole front is all fucked up. Oh, my Lord. It's the big one at Nashville. What the heck happened? Eckes was the first. Originally, I think, had the screw up first. I think he must have driven into the car ahead of him. Oh my God! Stomach cramp.
Man, I mean, here's a driver that came in with so much optimism after a top 10 finish at Charlotte last week, and last year here at Nashville, leads every lap and wins the truck race, and tonight this. It'll be 5 DNFs in 14 races from Christian Eckes. And some have been mechanical, some have been at the wrong place at the wrong time, like this. They just cannot seem to catch a break. See how this unfolded.
It's a massive stack up on the inside lane. The green car went to into the grass. I saw was Thomas Annunziata. Okay, so Eckes ran into Burton. Thanks, Creed.
Didn't look like he launched or stopped. It just, the field was anticipating him to go early, and that trickles back so far into the field. It's crazy to think that there's that much damage going at such a slow speed, but there's a lot of race cars torn up from this one.
And we've seen this a couple times in the Xfinity Series. Actually, 2 years ago at New Hampshire, we had an incident like this. I did exactly what Christian Eckes did. And NASCAR will get on a lot of these teams for being too separated as you get towards the restart zone because it's instances like this, and it's also the reason you kind of want to have your spotter give you references to what's happening in front of you. But when it happens that quickly for Christian Eckes, you can't.
I don't think I've ever seen a stack up that large. That was 7 cars deep. That was 8 cars deep.
He jumped forward, wasn't able to get it right. The 00 hadn't launched yet, and then this all goes back to this 16 car where he has this big impact. Even when the camera is on top of the race car, you have a better view. The driver has no clue, and that one happened really fast, to where spotters, might not even be able to react. So it's just a tough gig there for Christian and their team.
And you brought up a great point, which is that the camera's up top. He's sitting lower there. All he can see on a restart that because you can't peek out, you can't move, you don't want to break the plane in the car in front of you. You have to follow them in their tracks.
Well, anyway, they're spending a lot of time. They got to haul all these cars off the track. I'm going to take a quick piss.
Fifth caution of the night comes out early in our final stage. 3 in front of Allgaier, Village, Mayer, and Almirola. Tough meeting tonight for a few drivers here.
Life would be easier if I could do everything from the logo.
Allow them to assist.
It worked! Fuckers. Now that's a tomato. Sheboygan. Image. P-E-Z-O-L.
On the logo. State Farm with the assist.
At Ace, however you grill, we've got the perfect one for you. Because only your local Ace has all the best brands in one place, like Weber, Big Green Egg, Traeger, and Blackstone. That sounds pretty perfect. Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
This Xfinity Wi-Fi is
The Wi-Fi is booming like a
Double unicorn IPO.
sideways. It's bursting with Wi-Fi.
Well, everyone who knows I'm booming my scene is going to want to see him.
The Wi-Fi's booming.
This is the one. She fixes, she manages, she
because maintaining this space transports her to this space. The industrial grade product you need. Call, click, or stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Fill up on all the good stuff at Subway. All your faves packed with tons of crispy veggies and fresh sliced meats. And now buy any footlong in the app for just $6.99. Great bread, great meat, great sauce, great deal. Get on it, people. Order now on the Subway app.
Your shipping manager left to find himself, leaving you lost. You need to hire.
750 would be an 80.
I thought something is different about my man. It's Blue Chew. Blue Chew. Blue Chew? Blue Chew. Blue Chew. Blue Chew. Blue Chew. Blue Chew. I've done it again.
Okay, I'm back. And there's one of the replays again.
It really looks like what you pointed out, Austin, that the 88 was trying to anticipate when the 00 went, sort of mistimed it, and that sort of then caused the ability behind it of all the cars suddenly checking up, as they felt like when the 88 went, that was the cue to go.
Yeah, I completely agree. You don't see something too egregious. I think the 7 rolls into the zone a little bit quicker than the 00. But it doesn't, the tough part is it happens so far back. The small thing that happens with the 88 and the 00 amplifies all the way back to the field. Obviously you get all these wrecked race cars.
Let's get Connor Zillich's radio. Here's Team 88.
Yeah, you can thank Sheldon for that. He was in the zone. And as soon as we got to the zone, he hit the brake. Yeah, they ought to put him in the rear for that. He tore up a lot of cars.
That's the other side of the story. Of course, if you're trying to anticipate it, you're going to feel that. I'm trying to reference visually off of the 00 versus the 7 versus the 88. That's a really tough thing to see. Obviously,
Creed's still the leader because they didn't even get going, so
NASCAR does not want to happen. You're not allowed to
probably know if they probably didn't pass a timing line under green.
They will call you out on that, especially if it's egregious. I just didn't see it there on the 00. To me, it's like he just chose to go later in the box, didn't decide what others thought, and it feels like in Connor's position that's almost a checkup. Kim?
Yeah, we saw Brandon Jones part of that incident. While he avoided disaster, he didn't come out unscathed. Came on the radio after sliding around Chris Davis and said, I feel like I flat spotted my tires. They kind of debated on the radio. Sam McCauley, the crew chief, said, well, a flat spot's better than 30-lap scuffs because they did not want to put on their last set of Goodyears. Remember, they do not have extra tires for this race. Ultimately, though, they just brought him down. They felt like their best shot was to put on those sticker tires. So he has on his last set of Goodyear tires with 84 laps to go here tonight, Dylan.
And Kim, we talked a lot tonight about the rubber pickup and the rubber that's getting laid down on the racetrack. Here's a pretty good example of what a tire looks like that just came off of a race car that has a lot of build-up.
It's like you. It looks like you. No, wait a minute.
I thought that there was a problem with it because there's a ring. It's probably the thickness of a coin all the way around this.
It's interesting. It's like there's a pad right down the center of the tire.
Where you can kind of see what a quote-unquote clean Parker, Austin, you guys can kind of elaborate on this. When they tell you on the radio, make sure you get these tires cleaned off, this is why, because there's a pretty significant difference here between what you pull up off the racetrack and maybe what you want to put back down on the racetrack.
When you talk about that color change in the surface, that's why the color changes. Where it goes, pulling that all off the racetrack, and it's got to go somewhere.
And that's, to your point, Taylor, that's all, and we see these cars weaving back and forth and trying to keep those tires clean, especially if you have hot tires after a long run and you do another restart. That's why we saw with the 10 of Daniel Dye, went straight up the racetrack when he was the leader, staying out towards the end of stage 1. It feels like you have no grip whatsoever, but you still have some of that on your tires. You've got to work them in. It's so tough.
So much conversation about that last restart. Let's go on board and listen with Sheldon Creed in the double relay.
I couldn't even tell anything happened. Wow.
I feel like we got the tail end of that acceleration there, but you know, when you go into the restart zone, drivers are doing a multitude of different things. It depends on the speed, depends on the life of the tire, whatever. Some guys might drag brakes, some guys might do throttle. Think we got another look at this, but that's what you'll be listening for is what he does. Just listen to the RPM.
Yeah, we're going to get earlier now. That was a little late before.
Gosh, I listen to that. You hear the tone. Probably about as even as you could probably have. And honestly, this happens in racing so often that the rest of the field anticipates something, and the only guy that doesn't change is the leader. And I really can't look at that and think that Sheldon really did anything wrong, but that tells me this field is amped up. The sun is down. We are going.
There's always more tempers at night.
Ready to make moves because track condition is important. We've seen it all night. The passes are hard to complete, and I think everyone's just ready to rip.
And that's the same stuff NASCAR would have used to also look at if they felt like he checked up in the restart zone. But as you said, when you hear it there, the tone of that engine is consistent all the way to the restart zone, and then he gets going.
Hey, we got another restart coming.
How much longer do we have to wait? God damn. And I feel like it would have mattered a red flag at this point. This restart is going to come just outside the fuel window to the finish, expecting some drivers to top off right before the end of the lead lap. So I'm saying those guys are probably going to, they are going to try and maybe last the whole race. So fuel mileage.
Extremely disappointed. I didn't know how good our car would be today, but it felt just as good as last week. We're kind of biding our time, and really no idea what happened. We went to go to a restart, it kind of turned into a parking lot, and hate it because we had Pablo on board Richmar and felt like we really could have had another top 10 truck, and sucks.
Thank you. Adam?
And thank you, Carla.
Closed captioning for this race brought to you by Tableau TV. Pay once, watch forever.
We're going to check out Tableau TV.
With Sheldon Creed on the front row, Justin Allgaier. Creed taking advantage of a good pit stop to go P1 on the restart.
If you're Connor Zilic, you doing anything different here?
I'm still going for the lead, man.
All right. I actually wondered, based on his complaints of the last restart.
Oh, it's a device.
It wasn't that bad, right?
No, you still on that side. It's not like his team got on the radio and said, nah, that wasn't the 00's fault. I think it's going to be good. I think he got the best car started on the outside lane, nothing to improve. So Creed's been able to help hold on strong. Obviously, still looking for that first career win. Should be a lot of fun here today.
79 laps to go. Here are the leaders.
Here we go again. We're green. And this time, no stack up. And Creed hold the lead. Allgaier moves to his outside. Creed is going to hold it. And that's going to significantly increase his chances of winning, considering, again, the difficulty of passing here. We have 79 laps to go this time. Top three running close to each other. Creed, Allgaier, Zilic, and they had to squish. Okay, thankfully they fixed it. Ross trying to knock Carson Quap out of the way. Currently in the 9th, now in the 8th position. Seventh on, so getting past Taylor Gray. The two of the rookies that I didn't expect to do well at all, I thought would be the worst rookies, were Daniel Dye and Dean Thompson. And they've actually, over the course of the season, have put up pretty solid performances. Daniel Dye was in the top 12 at one point, if I recall. Currently, Dye is 15th, Thompson is 16th. But just really good stuff by both of them. Too bad, it's just a shame that the whole rookie field is so stacked. Connor Zilic to the inside of Allgaier, trying to pass for second. Creed about a half a second ahead of both of them. Zilic takes second. Can he chase after Creed? Thinking about I'll talk about what I was going to say if Zilic takes the lead. Here's Dean Thompson up to 12th with Sawalich behind him, or behind him and Sammy Smith. Thompson a little loose there. Sammy Smith gets back by him for 12th place. And a former Gibbs driver at that. Dean Thompson back around. There's Brennan Poole up in the 15th position.
Austin Hill in the 9.
I can't imagine anyone has passed more cars in the top 10 than Ross Chastain here tonight.
He's been so racy on these restarts. It seems like he kind of levels off, but I tell you what,
Zilic is catching up to Creed.
He is heating up Sheldon Creed for the lead here. He seems like he's just able to stay committed to that painted line a little bit better than Sheldon has been, and just inches by inches getting them close to that lead.
And I like that line there down in 3 and 4, sort of a wide entry and then diving it back down to the bottom and actually giving.
And he's right near. He was right on that bumper. It looked like. 70 to go. They're both still trying to run that low lane.
The bigger on the straighter exit, because he's close enough to Sheldon's car that he can actually affect the balance of that double zero car when he gets close to him in certain areas.
Connor Zilic, 2 career wins, but he did it on the road. And we knew what a great road racer he was when he came over, started driving at the Xfinity level. Wants to win on an oval, to put an exclamation point on his talent. Second last week at Charlotte. Youngest driver to start a Coke 600. Very good Sunday evening in NASCAR.
All right. Creed trying to go low to try to half block Zilic there. Last night, it was a long run that saw the leader have to hold off a hard charger for the lead, but that looks like that's going to end now. Zilic takes the lead with 69 to go. Nice. And Allgaier is going to try and take second from Creed. Oh, wiggle there from the 7. Okay, that's another small wiggle. And in the middle of 2, Creed will barely hold on, but there's still a side-by-side down the backstretch, and Allgaier will take second. And now that Zilic is in the lead, that his car has the Blue Hog sponsorship. The last time that Blue Hogs was on the number 88, it went to Victory Lane because that was at Bristol. No, what am I saying? It was not Bristol. It was at Texas, which Kyle Larson drove as relief and won. Can we make it 2 in a row for Blue Hogs? Or Blues Hog, excuse me, not Blue Hogs, Blues Hog. But Allgaier dominated stage 2. Will he be able to catch up to his younger teammate? Going for his first oval victory in the Xfinity series. And it's the same way that Ross is making his moves. He was getting his prey coming out of the turn, hit him in the right rear corner or left rear corner, kind of shoving him out of the way. That's good hard racing.
We have everything you need to keep your customers cool and comfortable mile after mile. Ooh, saucy. Don't you just love that you can take it?
I like what they've done for these commercials for NASCAR Prime. Like, each one, like, now that they're going race by race, they're putting the car on the multiple tracks. I only ever saw the the car on Charlotte. That's the first time I've seen them superimpose, and Nashville. So now I see them impose on just Nashville. I think that's good advertising, personally.
I love watching. Huge track fan. And a couple of times this year it's followed us on the CW with the NASCAR Xfinity series. Saw it earlier today, but good stuff, and looking forward to wrapping things up tomorrow from Philadelphia. You a fast runner? No, I'm like a freight train with a 4-cylinder. You got way too much gear, and I ain't got that motor, dude.
Man, Creed fell way off.
Provided by the Lucas Oil helicopter. I bailed you out on that. Did you? Digging a hole.
There's Ross in 5th.
A hole with a backhoe and not a shovel. I'm just speaking the truth, man. Maybe Parker was digging a hole. Different kind of athlete over here. Different kind of athlete. A couple weeks ago, you did the Grand Slam track promo, and Parker got tell me we ran like a 4.40. I'm like, for a while. Well, it's 23. Not now. Let's get back to this race, right? Yeah. We got real races happening here. All of us. Nobody believes me. You know, Kim referenced what a great job that Dean Thompson is doing and what he did last week. And I just am so impressed with this rookie. Christopher Bell going to come over and drive with Sam Hunt in Mexico City in a couple of weeks' time.
Sammy Smith, he's 11th. All right, this is ahead of Taylor Gray.
I don't think he's put a foot wrong either.
What happened to Dean Thompson? He's not even in the top 25 anymore. Did he pit or something?
Although it's not going to be the best finish, at least right now, it's been a really hard fought effort, that's for sure. And here's Williams to watch. This guy.
He's in 35th, a lap down. What happened?
Got put behind when the stage is flipped and all that. And I think him recovering, if he's able to recover into the top 10, I think for him and the year that he's had, that's a quality effort. I don't know what you think, Parker, but really solid. It's solid for him to have a shot to get back in the top 10. Pretty much all under green as well.
Exactly what this team needed. Just run like today, the confidence of winning the pole and leading laps, feeling clean air, and then to come back from losing a lot of track position through the flipping stages and a restart that went kind of awry and forced to go up the racetrack. To get back to the top 10, this is exactly what he needed and that team needs to get in the second half of this regular season to make a push, possibly to get towards those playoffs. Most likely right now, I feel like they need a win.
I'll make the calls for when they absolutely need the win, as opposed to a series of incredibly unlikely miracles.
And give them the license they need to go after that winning streak. Because it's a company, honestly, even Williams, he's been a driver that contended to win races in some of the lower series he's been in, but this series is a big challenge. RK's champion. I mean, he knows what it takes.
No, he doesn't. All it took was having a Gibbs car, and then hoping that your opponent wrecks on the final race because of stupid because of stupid other slow cars. At least that's how I remember it going down. Three-car battle, still for the 11th position. Taylor Gray, Williams Sawalich, Sammy Smith. Oh, you stupid idiot! What was that? Sawalich runs into Sammy Smith and spins himself out. Oh my God. What was that? I mean, he got the car going. What was that stupidity? And he got a flat tire. Dean Thompson gets the free pass.
Pretty much did the same exact thing in the Cup race here last year. So, maybe easy for me to say that that's easy to do. But coming off the field, racing off from position, no air in the door, goes to the side draft, and just runs out of road. That's going to be a tough one to look back at.
Like, he literally drove into Sammy Smith.
It also sets up these teams for a difficult spot with tires with this many laps left.
That was so stupid. He turned right. What the fuck was that?
The shape of it and how that sort of works, and when you want to get up to the side draft, you want to do it early. It just got up there
benched it, trying to get up beside him. It's a difficult spot because you're
Oh, come on. You're on the backstretch.
Furthest thing away from you from the driver's seat to see exactly where you are, and sometimes guys will make incidental contact because of that. But yeah, just that's a tough lesson at a big stage that you'll have, and yeah, it should be tough for those.
Oh, that's one of the dumbest wrecks I've ever seen. Oh, actually, no. Dean Thompson did not get the free pass. Blaine Perkins did. Oh, damn. Maybe Dean Thompson will get a. Maybe Dean will get the wave around.
Top of your screen, that's Sheldon Creed in the doubles area. He said it fired off good, but then built tight at the top. That was the quickest I got tight all night. I need to be a little bit freer. To the crew on the right side, and full pressure in your tires. Sunoco fuel, slight air pressure adjustment.
For St. Mayor in the 41, their balance has been a little bit up and down. They were tight and they were a little bit free on that last run. Looks like maybe just an air pressure adjustment. Justin Allgaier said, I need more rear security. They'll make an air pressure adjustment and add tape to the 7. And Connor Zillage said, I am fine. No complaints.
Brandon Jones gets off pit road first. Let's take in 2 tires something. Zillage, Creed, Allgaier, Hill, Almirola, Chastain, Mayer, Sammy Smith, Guapo.
You grill, we've got the perfect one for you. Because only your local Ace has all the best brands in one place, like Weber, Big Green Egg, Traeger, and Blackstone.
Hearing that Connor Jones, my friends and one of my least favorite drivers, and disliked among my friends, got into a fight after the Cars Tour race.
Am I right? Yes, thank you, Marshawn. Doritos footlong nachos, just $5, only at Subway.
New to Toyota Gazoo Racing.
Chase Burrow won.
Rules like only pass cars on the left. Don't drive on the grass. And win, be humble. And you know what they say? Rules are made to be broken. You in?
Why do two whites clean better?
Is it extra large?
Because they're flushable.
Because obviously.
CW after a weekend off of road racing in Mexico City. June 14th, 4 o'clock Eastern Time, 1 o'clock Pacific. And I am so fired up about our group lineup. Austin, thank you for being here tonight. Ross Chastain, you're going to join us in Mexico City. Blaney and Pocono. Kyle Busch coming back. The Dinger on the streets of Chicago. Christopher Bell in wine country. Those last two. When you think about a dynamic perspective and at the tracks we're going to, Hamlin at Dover, Kyle Larson at Indianapolis, who will be the reigning winner of the Brickyard 400. That's just awesome stuff.
It's going to be really fun. Well, it's going to be fun. This restart.
Yeah. It is. So here we go. Brandon Jones had no tires. They do fuel only. That's why he was the first off. Zillich wins the race of those drivers that took tires. Zillich outside lane.
Here we go again. Green at Nashville. Brandon Jones with the lead. Allgaier cuts to the inside. Zillich getting the run on the high side. Which of the JRM cars will reign supreme here? It's Allgaier. He goes to the inside. Or they're both to the outside. Jones is back to 6th place now. Dean Thompson did get back on the lead lap, though. Oh, why'd you cut away from that? That might have been a wreck. Yeah, Almirola's in 3rd. Where's Ross? 7th. 3 wide for 3rd. They're still 3 wide. Well, no, they're not. Creed got 3rd. Man.
Setting up the longest run of the race with Nashville Green, so these guys are fighting for the control that they want for this race, but Connor has been relentless here. Every junior motorsports car, all 5 of them inside the top 10 with 44 to go, but this is the duo we're focused on. Allgaier gets the lead on the restart, Zillich hanging tough.
And what Connor was able to do to pass Sheldon Creed in the run prior was he started to open up that entry, reprofile the corner in some respects, start to turn down and get momentum. He's going to have to find something like that.
Zillich is keeping tabs with Allgaier. It's going to do the same thing he did to Creed when he passed him with 69 to go. Will he be willing to use the bumper on his own teammate?
Lower air pressure, newer tires. They feel like maybe the 88's a little better. Maybe the 7 isn't good on the short run, but they know how good it is on the long run. If he can hold off Connor here for these 5 laps, then that gives him the chance to get that car back in its operating window and hopefully build a gap to the 88.
I feel like we saw that on that last run. Connor was able to shoot through the field, get past the 7, get past Creed, take the P1 spot, able to control, but Allgaier did not let him go. He had that under half a second before he went caution that last time. So, and I think Connor has that sense of urgency as well. He's searching around the racetrack, looking for something to do, something.
Mayer getting by Eric Almirola for 4th.
You know, Mayer, 3 starts here, never finished outside the top 10. 4th right now in front of Almirola. Austin Hill also in the top 10, running 7th right now. You see him down in our bumper. He's another driver that's batting 1,000 here. When you talk about top 10 finishes at Nashville Superspeedway in the Xfinity Series.
If it wasn't for those junior motorsports cars, Haas factory team would be having a wonderful day.
How many times have we said that all season about so many organizations versus junior motorsports?
And they've been the talk of the garage each and every week. As we got about 6 races into the season, everyone's been talking about the speed of these junior motorsports cars. We see Chastain here go down to the apron on the front stretch. Below Daniel Dye.
Oh my God. Ross and Die cunt. Man.
Not surprising to see Ross. No, not at all. But, you know, he's got to be a little frustrated because if you go back earlier in the race, he's ninth into the field. Kim said it. And he's got speed, but just doesn't have the handle that he desires. And it's frustrating, I'm sure, for him because here he is at a track where he's enjoyed so much success, a Cup victory here, and really, he'd be top 5 every time in the Cup Series if he didn't crash in one of those overtimes here last season. So Chastain is really dialed in at this place, and he's feeling it, coming off a victory in the Coke 600 Sunday night. A lot of confidence there for Ross Chastain. You know, one thing I think between these two is they're very evenly matched, and I think this is a great test and learning experience for Connor Dillon. We know how good he is on the road courses. It's not an if, but when he will win on an oval. He's already been so close. You look at Talladega, you look last year at Charlotte, finishing second. He was really fast there. But how he's able to potentially make this pass and get by the 7, if he's able to do that, that will be the lesson. This will be one of the tallest passes he's had in his short career in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. He's finding a way by a car that's so evenly matched to his. In some respects, he could be a little better off than just being able to follow this closely in dirty air and stay right with that.
Well, that's the thing. Only Connor knows when he's got in his car, where he thinks he's better or worse than Justin, and he's going to be making decisions based off of that. You know, what does concern me is we can now run, you know, probably 10+ laps tucked up right behind the 7 car. And say they are equally matched, he's going to be doing more damage to his tires doing that. But I think whether if it's his urgency or if he's just that much better than Justin, but knowing Justin as well, the veteran that he is okay when they retest for the second lead. And that's all that he needs to be able to manage his race. And I think this is an opportunity for Justin to manage and I think Connor to learn what Justin's game is.
36 laps to go in the race. Let's do our Xfinity fastest lap. You see the purple stopwatch next to Allgaier's name and our number. That's our running order, Adam. Yeah, and it's unbelievable, right? Because they're all delivering.
So it's still holding on. We have 35 to go. Although I think the gap's about as large as I've seen it, which is just over a quarter of a second.
What we got last Saturday in Charlotte, what we're seeing tonight out of both Allgaier and Zillage. They were a part of the equation all day at Charlotte, and here we are again. Doesn't matter what type of track, what the surface is. Two guys I feel like we're going to be talking about, not just in the summer, but in the fall when that championship is on the line.
Well, Connor Zillage was really loose there down into turn.
Yeah, I think Allgaier is pulling away now.
He got to the center, he saw the flames come out of exhaust. He's out of the throttle.
So unless we have a late restart, I think he's good. But then again, that's been the story of Allgaier's season. He's been in the position to win a bunch of races, only for a late race caution to take it away.
I'm going to go back to last week, and Allgaier feels like he's going to win in Charlotte. He gets a caution, and some come in, and Jim Pullman calls Allgaier in, and Allgaier says, I decided to stay out. Calls an audible. Ultimately, they end up not winning the race, finishes 4th. And Jim Pullman said, you know what, we win as a team, we lose as a team. He said it on the radio, but I talked to him here yesterday.
Oh, Dean Thompson is 3 laps down? What happened? Oh.
With them, it's not. There is so much trust in that organization between those two. It's why they won a championship last season. And when you look at what Junior Motorsports has done, 5 wins, 4 drivers.
Wait, Corey Day? Where's he running now?
And Corey Day had the spin first time here, and the 17 is starting to re-enter the picture late running in the top 15.
Wait, Corey Day is up to 13th? Damn.
Why we haven't seen him again. But I tell you what, a pretty good run up through the field here, racing against these full-time guys, and with a shot at the top 10 right in front of him.
It's a great comeback. Place it's really hard to pass. See that from the lead right now, how difficult it is for Connor Zillage to try and make a pass.
Zilt is starting to reduce his deficit again.
Come back from that spin. I think they most likely put on scuffs at some point there. So they are even the tires right now. When the cars around them.
Day was able to pass Sammy Smith rather easily earlier today. Can he do it again?
No doubt with Day behind the wheel versus all the championship level drivers we see from the Cup side running it for him at Motorsports. But I'm going to tell you, he's got a lot of seat time coming up. They're not too far off. I mean, he can find his way into the top 5, maybe even in position to win. Adam Wall, great leadership on the pit box, and Greg Ives was actually down working with that group yesterday. It speaks to just how important this operation is for HMS.
The last couple laps, Connor Zilch has just been a little bit faster than Justin Allgaier here, so we saw that slide. Let those rear tires cool down again.
Little loose out of 4. I saw a slight wiggle in the car.
Well, we don't want to see too many of those with 30 to go right now, but he was starting to take off some faster laps than Justin.
Yeah, now we're at 29 to go.
You got to keep reminding yourself is, and that's the information I want as a driver. How many laps do I have left to make these tires lift? Because you can't sit here and think that there's going to be another caution. There's probably a high likelihood. I don't know what the statistics are, but you might have that. You'll feel that when you get there. But otherwise, you know, we're a quarter of the way and a third of the way into this run if it does go green. And those are things you have to understand as a driver. Here's some 88 radio. I think that's great information with the lap traffic. I think that's going to be a huge part. If these guys are that evenly matched, they're talking the driver up, hey, he's starting to struggle, you're better than him. You know, that's the information you want to hear as a driver, right? But that lap traffic is going to start to throw some things at Justin where he's going to have to really lean on his veteran experience. And as you see right ahead there, that's the lap traffic. They're on the same straightaway. So Justin's got a short amount of time to figure out how he's going to manage this. What lanes is he going to use? You know, they've been wrapping the bottom at full time. What's my car going to drive like once I move up into the higher lanes? And Connor's got the advantage to be able to react to the
Coming to some lap traffic. We'll see how that impacts it. Let's see Blaine Perkins. Well, not lap, end of lead lap.
The worst thing that can happen is they get side by side. He doesn't want to see that at all. But yeah, this is definitely going to be the opportunity for Connor Zilch if you can find a way to use one of those lap cars as a pick, or if Justin Allgaier gets held up at all.
When you look at longest green flag runs tonight, currently at 22 laps, longest will be the start of the race when we got 36 under green. But late in the race, the runs are a little bit different, and lap traffic going to be, as you guys talk about, a much bigger factor than what it was earlier in the race, which was basically non-existent.
Yeah, so these two, the front two are running basically equal laps. All right, there is Blaine Perkins.
Mentally noting exactly where these cars are running. As you catch them, be planning a lap or two ahead. Mentally noting, okay, that car's running the bottom lap after lap, corner after corner. I need to know if I have to go higher, or I want to time that pass. You don't want to get caught out where you find that you don't remember exactly where that car is running as you catch them.
And that's where you're relying on your spotter. I mean, Eddie Haas up there trying to make deals with these guys. Get them the heck out of the way, right? It's the race on the line. As you see
Chris Wright getting lapped.
First time in a long time he's had to run up and understand what the car's like. But that's the first obstacle overcome for Justin. And each time
Damn! Zilch dropping to the apron to get around Chris Wright.
he knows he's got a little bit of breathing room. Goes right to the next one.
That hurt the 88. Anytime you have to transition to the apron, that it's a big, it hurts your speed. Because that was a more of an abrupt transition. Mace Maggio is next. Oh boy, one of the cars up ahead is a 2x2.
So far, it's been easy pickings for Justin Allgaier. He seems to be catching them in the exact right places. Exit the corners, perfectly timed.
The cars he's going to get, it's going to get harder and harder and harder to make the right
23 to go. Now I'm into 22 to go. The cars I bet are no longer racing side by side. That was Anthony Alfredo and Dean Thompson, I think.
Trying to fight on the lead lap, like you said, Adam, and each one of these guys is going to be much more difficult to get around if they put up a fight.
And by the way, I want to give credit where credit is due. Maggio had gotten back on the lead lap, so he was a
Here's the battle for 9th place. Jesse Love and Taylor Gray.
For 9th place here, you got the 2 of Love, 54 of Gray. And I look at Taylor Gray, you know what, he's 15 points below the cut line and just trying to hang in it. Not been a real easy day for him.
New lane unlocked by Jesse Love there, 1 and 2. I don't think anyone's been that high on purpose. It's saving 3 and 4 here out of the groove, basically, the black rubber that's laid down.
And that was too high.
That was too much. It worked in 1 and 2. It did not work in 3 and 4.
He's clearly finding grip up there, and he wants to use it.
So while it's getting pulled to the garage, the car is done.
Jesse, go right back up to it, all the way up above.
Or pushed to the garage, the car is done.
Lanes to
Another miserable day for William Sawalich.
We're approaching the longest run of the race, and we've got enough room on the racetrack that we either need to be looking for a new lane or be really
They'll finish in 35th. Engine problems, all right. That's what happened to Hocevar apparently yesterday. He was saving so much fuel that his engine went backwards. Well, I don't even know how it works, but his engine went backwards. That's what I heard. Battle for 14th position, the Cousins Burton. Jeb in 14th, Harrison in 15th. Both of them. I think Harrison's clearly faster than Jeb at the moment.
These last few races. Well, you know, Jeb played the game early to try and get some stage points, and he got shut out on the restart and didn't get them. But despite that,
Harrison sticking that inside. They'll be side by side, coming off a 2. Oh yeah, he barely, but he got it. But Harrison made that inside stick, latches onto the quarter panel, sends it in deep in turn number 3, and Harrison will take 14th. Double lap cars. Kyle Sieg, Matt DiBenedetto.
Yeah, and it's time for Jim Coleman to keep his driver pumped up here with 16 to go. Here was his recent cheerleading message on the radio.
Got by Kyle Sieg.
Veteran experience versus the young up-and-comer for sure. We'll see what kind of tricks Allgaier's got up his sleeve.
I love this onboard shot as we look at clear visor. You watch his eyes down the front stretch.
His last Xfinity win was Homestead, which was obviously earlier this year. A win, if he wins today, he will break the tie with Jeff Burton for the 9th most Xfinity wins with 27. He would go to 28. There's only one driver ahead of Allgaier who ran predominantly the Xfinity Series on the Xfinity Series win list. That's Jack Ingram, who has 31 wins. He's got 2 more Cup drivers to pass with Matt Kenseth and Joey Logano. And then if he actually broke any of the other milestones on the all-time wins list, I would be very surprised. Allgaier is pulling away now with 14 to go. Sheldon Creed also got a maneuver through the lap traffic. He's chasing his teammate Sam Mayer still. Well, Zilch is way off now. What happened there? He's almost a second behind now. I guess now they're really turning it on, or is Zilch is starting to fall off?
Yeah, that last lap, Connor Zilch lost about 4 tenths. Something went amiss during that lap. Lost a huge chunk of time. That's frustrating, Austin. Yeah, when he's got a car in between now. Justin has some security. He's got that 99 car. He's going to have that 14 car. He's going to have 2 cars in between him. I think he's going to be looking in that mirror a couple less times on the front straightaway this go round because he's able to manage this now.
Chastain moves in the top 5. We're trying to get by Almirola as next time by we will hit 10 laps to go. Chastain will get the spot. I think he will. Yes, he does. It's in 2 weeks in Mexico City.
Suarez comes in, home race, and that'll be fun, no doubt, in a couple of weeks. Daniel will have a few fans. I am so excited to see the fan response for Daniel. Daniel's such a likable guy, but the fan response has got to be electric for next week. It's going to be amazing. Nick Sanchez trying to make a late push.
Ooh, I think I looked a little loose by Nick Sanchez. He's currently in the 16th, battling fellow rookie Taylor Gray. That's true. They were actually Scott Borchetto is actually the promoter for the Nashville IndyCar race. Well, at least until last year when they tried to, they wanted to make the final race like a NASCAR-esque championship race, and Penske told them, "Screw off. We'll promote the race ourselves." Battle for fifth still going on. Almirola not letting Chastain go just yet, though he is the chaser now instead of the chasee. We have 8 to go.
Surges the center, but not quite able to get to the power. Oh, process it back out. That's an opportunity here. In the midst of our longest green flag run of the night. We're at the 40 laps now of this run. 7 to go in the race.
They're still battling it out. I'm pleading they don't wreck. That's all I hope for.
Get back beside him? No, it didn't work. He's been the one pushing that grip.
23 cars on the lead lap right now.
That knows where that grip is. It's got to be Ross. You can see, we saw Jesse up there probably 10 laps ago, and that's rubbered in now. Oh, yeah. There's more guys throughout the field trying to use that as...
Now looking at the RCR bros, Austin Hill in 7th, Jesse Love in 8th. They're both in the top 5 in the Xfinity Series points. Harrison Burton got by, I think, Brandon or someone. Corey Day is in 12th. Another good. So I think that would be his first super solid run of his Xfinity career. Ryan Sieg just got lapped. We have 5 to go. The lead is just over a second. 4 to go. That's 5.333 miles left.
So disciplined on the bottom. We talked about it all night, what he does so well, and that is wrapping the bottom and placing that car perfectly in the corner. This racetrack demands that you place that car perfectly within inches, lap after lap, and he just does that so well. Look back at him going by at 39 and Ryan Sieg. Oh, the ball.
Ooh.
That come easily. Nope. Gotta stay seated up at the front of your chair.
Almost hit the wall there again. Oh, Sieg hit the wall. And so it almost did that. Three to go.
Restart to deal with. You won't have the decision to pit if there wasn't caution. The 54's got an issue. He's slow. Seems like he had better smoke coming out there.
Oh, come on. Just make it to the white flag. Please, please, come on. There is smoke coming out of the car. It's faint, but it's there. I saw Zilic as I went on the backstretch. Just please make it to the start-finish line. Turn 3. Turn 4. Okay, I think we're going to be good. White flag is out. Last lap at Nashville. Thomas Annunziata gets lapped. They're just going to run this straight to the end, but I wouldn't recommend running the low lane. He won here 3 years ago. Got a Gibson guitar for it. Now, as I said before, he's going to move up. He's going to claim sole ownership of 9th on the all-time wins list. It'll be his second win at Nashville, the 28th of his career. Justin Allgaier wins the Tennessee Lottery 250. It's his 3rd win of the season, tying for most wins on the year with Austin Hill. Allgaier wins. Zilic finishes 2nd. Sam Mayer finishes 3rd. Sheldon Creed in 4th. Ross Chastain in 5th. 6th place, Eric Almirola. 7th is Austin Hill. 8th is Jesse Love. 9th is Daniel Dye. And 10th is Carson Kvapil. Stage 1, Stage 2. Fastest lap, win. 61 points.
Matches Austin Hill, 3 victories this year. You guys talk about the points day, padding his advantage at the top of the regular season standings, which of course adds 15 playoff points at the end of the year if he can finish that off.
Such a veteran win. It's what you expect out of Justin, but I feel like everything got thrown at this team, and they just found themselves up his road. Justin executed every restart. I can't think of a single thing that they really did wrong tonight.
And that move on the restart to go below Brandon Jones, put it 3 wide onto the apron, he timed it perfectly.
And a good win for Hellman's Mayonnaise.
And that to me was the moment he'll look at as how they got back control of this race and won it from that moment onward. The 88 was in a really good position, but once the 7 got back to that clean air, he didn't have a chance.
You go back to 2022, he swept the stages, led 134, got the checkered flag. Tonight, sweeps the stages, leads over 100, and once again, he's playing victory in Music City. 6 wins this season for JRM for 4 different drivers, and 3 of those courtesy of Justin Allgaier, Kim.
And remember, before the race, Justin said, I've got a guitar from 2022, but I've got 2 daughters. I need 2 guitars. Now he's got 2 guitars, one for Harper, one for Willow. He remains the king of concrete. Justin Allgaier congratulating his team on a well-deserved win. Man, you were the dominant car, led over 100 laps, swept the stages, but you're also one of the best, if not the best, at wrapping the bottom. How much of this was car and how much of this win was driver?
These guys right here, they deserve this one more than anything. I screwed them over last week by making a pit call that had equally as good of a car. But this Hellman's Chevrolet was just
There's his daughters. One of them.
Ashley and the kids are here. There's no cooler feeling than to win at a place like this.
And there's the other one.
The fans here are incredible. This race is special to me, and I said before the race that I really wanted to get a second guitar for both kids to have a guitar, so they can fight over both of them or one of them, whatever. But really proud of everybody at Junior Motorsports, everybody at the Hendrick Shop, Chevrolet, all of our partners, Brand Fresh and Culture, Jarrett, Carolina Carports.
Hellman's.
You know, Hellman's Mayonnaise obviously has been a big supporter of ours, and go buy some mayonnaise. It's just super special, and just thank God for the ability to come out here and do this. You know, obviously, Junior Motorsports brought some incredible Chevrolets today, and we were going to battle it out. I think that last restart was going to be the most important piece, and it worked, and we're standing in victory lane. It's pretty special.
You mentioned that restart. Let's walk through it. Tell me how you got the lead.
I didn't know what to do, and Jim Pullman standing right over there.
He was 4th. Well, yeah, but he had to, or 3rd, but he had to pull under.
I needed a Hans spotter saying, you know, just pushing me to be my best. And, you know, on that restart, I knew that the 20 had old tires, and I wasn't sure how good it was going to launch, but I knew at the start finish line we had to be able to get to his inside, and then just
obviously having clean air and being out front. You know, raced a lot of fun with Connor there, and I knew whoever of the two of us got out front was going to be the difference maker, and ultimately it was us. So it was a great day.
Congratulations, enjoy it.
Thank you very much.
Willow and Harper both have guitars now. Justin Allgaier, a winner at
So those are great. Those are great names for daughters. I mean, I like Willow, Harper, Emily. Those are. I'm thinking of what other ones I like. I'm thinking about baby names probably 10 years in advance. Sophia, etc. Bridget. Lily. Anyway. So, that does it for today's coverage of the Tennessee Lottery 250. There's a lot of racing stuff tomorrow, so I'll go through it real quickly. I will obviously not be streaming all of it because I decided after my from the poll a few weeks ago to scale back what I do. 2:30 is F3. 3 o'clock is Formula E at Shanghai. All the Formula racing 1, 2, 3 is at Spain at the Barcelona Circuit de Barcelona Catalunya. F2 at 4, F1 at 9 a.m. 10:30 Indy next at Detroit. 12:30 Indy next at Detroit. 4 o'clock is the modified race at Seekonk, which was rescheduled due to inclement weather. And then, of course, the Cup race, the Ally 400 at Nashville Superspeedway at 7 p.m., which is what I will be streaming tomorrow. Thanks to everybody who showed up today. Hope you enjoyed the race. BowserJrXD, signing off. Have a good one.